What's up, everybody? Abstract Tag Productions here. I'm Chris.
I'm Drew.
And we are back with another RWBY reaction. And last time we had the volume opener for volume 2. And I don't remember anything significant happening at all. It was very humdrum, very boring.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a bunch of talking heads. Absolutely nothing exciting happened whatsoever.
No. If you consider a food fight exciting, I mean
hey. Yeah. All right. Well,
it's people throwing watermelons at each other and a couple of turkey fists.
Big. What was Italian breadsticks?
Yes.
Gigantic Italian breadsticks as
okay,
swords.
now I can't hold a straight face because I forgot about the baguettes.
The baguettes. Okay.
When we reacted to the previous episode, I completely forgot they were using baguettes.
Oh yeah, and
as
also,
projectile weapons, and I'm just sitting here like
sausage. Link.
Yes,
Link
and
sausage.
That was Blake, wasn't it?
Yes, that was Blake. Oh man!
Oh my gosh!
Definitely an episode where the animators got to have some fun.
I love. Okay, so now that I'm remembering it, I love that at the end of the fight, when Sun and his buddy, whose name I still don't know, I'm still calling him Indigo, until I learn different.
Okay.
When Sun and Indigo walk in the room, and Sun's like, and Indigo's like, jelly. He's just covered in jelly.
Yeah.
I hope that was
And he
jelly.
had a very angry scowl on his face that you can see through it.
Yeah, he's like, you're going to love these guys. They're so great. They're mature. You're going to have a great time. And food fight.
I'm Queen of the Castle.
Even Ren got into it, and Ren is like...
Stoic man.
Yeah, like...
I'm stoic man.
Shout out to Monty, rest in peace. No lines whatsoever, but just the grunts from
the
Ren
efforts that he had to do. Yes.
Like,
I mean, how hard is it to fight with a couple of leaks, anyways? I mean, come on.
I mean, you can ask Clyde with a chance of meatballs.
True. I figure it's probably a lot easier
the
to
boat
fight
is
with.
leaking.
It's easier to fight with leeks than it was a swordfish.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
Though using the ketchup to make the floor slippery was fantastic and very tactical.
I'm still trying to figure out, okay, is Nora's, like, semblance or something like that, does she have the ability, like, Gambit style, to turn things into grenades? Because she was turning grape soda in a can into a grenade. And it was, like, smoke bombs at that point. And I'm like,
I can see...
What?
With whoever got thrown into those vending machines, that they all got shook up and they were all under pressure.
Right, but then they wouldn't explode like that. They would just... We're talking about, like, actually, like, throw it out! This is not... I'm gonna shake my Coca-Cola and go throw it, and it's gonna go... Which is what a Coke would do. Centripetal force, just... No, this is... I'm like...
Like I said, sometimes
Tell me again this isn't Harry Potter. And then Glinda comes in, she's like... And everything just resets, and I'm like...
But she gives the most
So
important
Glinda's McGonagall.
line. The most important motherly line that anybody could ever utter. Do not play with your food.
Out of all the lines they could have chosen, that's the one they picked, and I was like... Oh, so the writers got to have fun, but the animators got to have fun, but the writers... Were they on vacation?
Yeah, no.
There was no dialogue during that at all, except for, I am not a crook, and justice will be swift, and what?
I don't there was a lot of other... I don't remember. It will be delicious.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah.
Wow.
We also got introduced to a couple sort of introduced two to three people, depending on how you view it. New people.
Emerald of Mercury, pickpockets, and semi-enforcers for White Fang, but mostly they just work for Cinder.
Mm-hmm.
Cinder's the red dress lady that we saw in the intro from the first volume, as well as the puppet master to Roman, or like...
Yes, because he's like, I want to know more. It may make my job easier.
Yeah.
And Cinder's pretty much like, you're going to get told what you need to be told when you're told it. And meh.
And by the way, we don't need you to steal dust anymore. We need you to take everything that you've gathered and
someplace else.
Within one night, one night, we want you to take everything in this warehouse and move it to another location. After he just went, the whole warehouse, completely full of dust. And we're not talking about just the powder. We're talking about the crystals. We're talking about the vials and weapons.
Yeah, ammo, ammunition.
Ammunition.
Weaponized. That's a
weaponized dust.
Weaponized. Yeah.
I'm just like,
yeah. Well.
Okay.
I guess whenever you're the boss, you get to tell people when and how to do things and in what time frame.
They just finished unloading the truck, and I know those people are sitting there in the break room having their like version of veiled Doritos and soda that didn't get shook up and turned into a grenade, and they're just sitting here like, did that chick just say what?
Well,
bruh, I'm on break. I'm going home after this. Like, every job ever. Like, you get bad news from the boss and you're like, you're just contemplating, do I want to quit?
Well,
do I want to quit?
You will find out very soon that Cinder is one person you are not to mess with.
The flames on her dress and the color of her eyes don't give that away immediately? Like,
no.
She's got them Sith eyes, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's got that,
yes.
that yellow with the red ring. Watch Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. Well.
Or any of the Inquisitors.
That's
just saying.
You got to see her power just a teensy bit in the very first episode of the series, and in general, when she was fighting against Glinda on that rooftop. But that was just a small smidgen of a fraction of what she is capable of. I don't really have enough, so let's get ready to get into. All right.
Sorry. I'm ready. Okay. Let's go.
All right.
I want Food Fight Part 2. Glinda and Ozpin, let's go.
Oh, boy. All right. That's a very military-style ship.
Indeed.
As some of those.
They're under Imperial rule.
No.
Ironwood certainly loves bringing his work wherever he travels.
Well, running an academy and a military makes him a busy man. But yes, those are a bit of an eyesore. Come in.
Ozpin!
Hello, General.
Please, drop the formalities. It's been too long. And Glinda, it has certainly been too long since we last met.
Oh, James. I'll be outside.
Well, she hasn't changed a bit.
So, what in the world has brought you all the way down from Atlas? Headmasters don't typically travel with their students for the Vital Festival?
Well, you know how much I love Vale this time of year. Besides, with you hosting, I thought this might be a good opportunity for us to catch up.
I can certainly appreciate quality time between friends. However, the small fleet outside my window has me somewhat concerned.
Well, concern is what brought them here.
I understand travel between kingdoms has become increasingly difficult.
Oz, you and I both know why I brought those men.
We are in a time of peace. Shows of power like this are just going to give off the wrong impression.
But if what Crow said is true, then...
If what Crow said is true, then we will handle it tactfully. It's the Vital Festival, a time to celebrate unity and peace. So I suggest you not scare people by transporting hundreds of soldiers halfway across the continent.
I'm just being cautious.
As am I, which is why we will continue to train the best huntsmen and huntresses we can.
Believe me, I am. But ask yourself this. Do you honestly believe your children can win a war?
I hope they never have to.
Alright. Ying Xiaolong, prepare your kingdom for battle! Bring it on! I deploy the Elysian Air Fleet! Looks like I get to fly right over your Urusai and attack your walls directly. You fiend! And since Atlas is part of Mantle,
Give her a
my repair
fingerprint.
time only lasts 1 turn. Pretty sneaky, sis. But you just activated my trap card.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
If I roll a 7 or
Is this
higher,
their version of
tail
Yu-Gi-Oh?
feathers will slice your fleet in 2.
Yeah, it's like Yu-Gi-Oh mixed with Risk.
Lower, the Nevermore will turn on your own forces.
Bruh.
That's just a chance
I have to
I'm
play.
willing to take.
And poor Weiss looks confused. Aw.
Oh, hey. You'll have pancakes.
She's dreaming of pancakes. Aw. It's like, I'll take
Well, Weiss, it's your turn.
I have absolutely no idea what's going on.
Look, it's easy. You're playing as Vacuo, which means all Vacuo-based cards come with a bonus.
That sounds dumb.
See, you've got Sandstorm, Desert Scavenge, Resourceful Raider. See, now you could take Ruby's discard air fleet and put it in your hand.
Okay.
And since Vacuo warriors have an endurance boost against natural hazards, you could use Sandstorm to disable my ground forces and simultaneously infiltrate my kingdom. Just know that I will not forget this declaration of war.
And that means
You're just 3 moves away from conquering Remnant.
fear the almighty power of my forces. Cower as they pillage your homes and weep as they take your children from your very arms.
Trap card.
Huh?
Trap card.
Your armies have been destroyed.
Trap
I
card.
hate this game of emotions we play.
These strong ways will make it through this together.
Shut up! Don't touch me!
All right, Blake, you're up.
Huh? Oh, sorry, what am I doing?
You're playing as Vale, trying to conquer the kingdoms of Remnant.
Right.
Hey, can I play?
Sorry, John, we've already got 4 people.
Besides, this game requires a certain level of tactical cunning that I seriously doubt you possess.
You attacked your own naval fleet 2 turns ago.
Bring it on, Ice Queen. I'll have you know that I've been told I'm a natural-born leader.
By who? Your mother?
And Pyrrha.
Hello again.
Come on.
Hello again.
Hello
You're
again.
in for a turn.
I'm not trusting you with the good citizens of Vacuo.
Why not? You've trusted me with way more important stuff before. I mean, you told us all that Blake is secretly a
Fun-loving person who
Fun-loving-
we all admire and respect.
Right. That. Ladies, enjoy your battle.
Enjoy your battle.
Hey, son.
Ruby, Yang, Blake, Ice Queen.
Why does everyone keep calling me that?
I never got a chance to formally introduce you to my old friend.
Aren't libraries for reading?
Thank you.
Shut up, don't be a nerd.
Good. Intellectual, okay? Thank you. I'm Neptune.
So, Neptune, where are you from?
Cheater.
Haven. And I don't believe I've caught your name, Snow Angel.
I'm Weiss.
Are you kidding me?
Pleasure to meet you.
I never took you as the board game playing type.
Right. Well, I think I'm done playing, actually.
So calling him Indigo.
I'll see you guys later.
Women.
Nora.
When did you wake up?
The White Fang and I are going in on a joint business venture together. Well, this has certainly been an eventful evening.
Flashback.
I'm sure that after a night of thwarting attempted robbery, you probably just want to go home and take a nap. But I was hoping that maybe we could have a chance to talk.
Of course.
Wonderful. As you know, in order to enroll at my academy, students must first pass a rigorous entrance exam. Most applicants spend years of preparation training at one of the many combat schools around the world. You are one of the few who did not. And you passed the exam with flying colors.
I was raised outside the kingdoms. If you can't fight, you can't survive.
Well, you have most certainly survived, Blake. I admire your drive, and I am proud to run a school that accepts individuals from all walks of life. Rich, poor, human, faunus. Why do you wear that bow, Blake? Why hide who you are?
You may be willing to accept the faunus, Professor Ozpin, but your species is not.
True, but we are continuing to take strides to lessen the divide.
With all due respect, you need to start taking some larger strides. Until then, I'd rather avoid any unnecessary attention. I want people to see me for who I am, not what I am.
And what are you?
I don't understand what you're asking.
How did you know the White Fang would be at the shipyard tonight?
I didn't. I just happened to be at the right place at the right time.
You wouldn't have been the first. But what happened tonight was not an isolated incident. I may be your headmaster, but I am also a huntsman. And it is my sworn duty to protect this world from the forces that conspire against it. Blake, are you sure there is nothing else you would like to tell me?
I'm sure.
Very well. Thank you for your time, Ms. Belladonna. If you ever need to talk to me, please don't hesitate to ask.
Ugh, we should have never let him play. You're just mad because the new guy beat you. See, if you had just attacked when I told you, none of this would have happened.
Stop. Lately, you've been quiet, antisocial, and moody.
Have you met Blake?
Which I get is kind of your thing, but you've been doing it more than usual, which, quite frankly, is unacceptable.
She
You
participated
made
in
a
a food
promise
fight.
to me, to all of us, that you would let us know if something was wrong. So, Blake Belladonna, what is wrong?
I don't understand how everyone can be so calm.
You're still thinking about Torchwick?
Torchwick, the White Fang, all of it. Something big is happening and no one is doing anything about it.
Ozpin told us not to worry. Between the police and the huntsman, I'm sure they could handle it.
Well, I'm not. They don't know the White Fang like I do.
Okay, between blowing up nightclubs, stopping thieves, and fighting for freedom, I'm sure the three of you think you're all ready to go out and apprehend these ne'er-do-wells.
Who?
But let me once again be the voice of reason. We're students. We're not ready to handle this sort of situation.
Well, yeah, but
we're not ready.
And we may never be ready. Our enemies aren't just gonna sit around and wait for graduation day. They're out there, somewhere, planning their next move, and none of us know what it is, but it's coming, whether we're ready or not.
okay. All in favor of becoming the youngest hunter sis to single-handedly bring down a corrupt organization conspiring against the Kingdom of Vale, say aye.
Yes!
I love it when you're feisty.
Well, I suppose it could be fun.
None of you said aye.
All right then. We're in this together.
Let's hatch a plan.
Yeah!
I left my board game in the library.
We're doomed.
We're doomed.
I'll be right back.
Ow.
Sorry. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Just watch where you're going.
Oh, right. Sorry. I'm Ruby. Are you new?
Visiting from Haven, actually.
Ooh, you're here for the festival. Oh, but exchange students have their own dormitory.
I guess we just got turned around.
Don't worry, it happens all the time. Your building is just east of here.
Thanks. Maybe we'll see you around.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, and
How is
welcome
she
to
passing
Vegan.
for a high school student?
To answer your question, how she looks very young for her actual age. They do it a lot in movies and TV a lot, so obviously Dawson casting is the term. They could look, obviously maybe not Ruby's age or Yang's or anything like that, but maybe like upperclassmen, like seniors or something like that.
Right.
Not necessarily like freshmen or something like that.
Yeah.
So they could, with the right, maybe, obviously with the uniforms, the school uniforms, and then maybe with a little bit of makeup magic, you could look younger.
See, I can see that working for Emerald and Mercury, but like Cinder, yes, she's animated, but I still feel like there's a certain level of age to her that would not. I mean, technically, it is Ruby, and she's not the most observant.
No, but it also could be that she could easily say that she started her huntsman career later in life than, say somebody who's just, this is what I've always wanted to do, and, started from the time they were able to, from the first, like that age range when they are first able to actually enroll into one of the schools.
Right, one of the academies,
Yeah, you can say that. I mean, it's like somebody going to college, starting like when they're 25, as opposed to like right out of high school, they're 18 still, that sort of thing. If you can think of it in that sort of terms.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I'm just sitting here like, that's not how that works. So, Ren.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. And now you know the son's friend's name.
Indigo's name is Neptune.
Neptune, yes. His actual name is Neptune.
I'm still calling him Indigo.
Don't do that. You will be eaten alive.
Calling him Indigo. Come at me, bro. No,
they will. Trust me. It's the comments and YouTube.
All right. Neptune's name is Indigo. Got it.
No.
Other way around. Sorry. I blinked sideways there for a second. Indigo's name is Neptune.
Yes.
Okay.
And apparently had an interest in ice.
Yeah, I saw that. Ice Princess and Snowflake.
Yeah.
So Remnant, that card game they were playing. They said it was called the Kingdoms of Vale.
Kingdoms of Remnant or something like that. Yeah.
You said it's like Yu-Gi-Oh meets Risk.
Yes.
I need to learn that game. I love Yu-Gi-Oh. I am a huge Yu-Gi-Oh fan. Not just TV shows. Like I actually played. I dueled when I was younger. I'm not nearly as good as I used to be. But I would play tournaments, and it was a lot of fun. And
I don't know if they have that as an actual game.
It's the internet. I'm sure we could find it somewhere. Comment section, help us out. I know you guys know how to find it. There is a not dark web, but like a gray web. Help us out. It's the Bendu.
Okay. I know they had a RWBY game, but I don't think it was anything quite like this. It's been a while since I've looked in the Rooster Teeth store to see if it's even there still. Yeah, they were playing the game in the library.
Yes. Being very loud.
Yes.
Nora was sleeping. Jean was reading a comic book.
No.
Pyrrha,
yes, he was.
Pyrrha was studying.
And then pulled the comic book out of Jean's hand, and he give him an actual book.
And then started reading the comic book.
Yeah, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna read this now."
Yeah, and it was like,
and
Pyrrha,
Jean's just
hello
like,
again.
"Oh, yeah, hello again."
Pyrrha's a lot more, for being the hardened warrior that they described her to be in Volume 1, and, like, she was the champion and all this.
Oh, yeah.
I pictured, and comment section, don't come after me, this is just what I imagined. I pictured her almost having, like, a Ronda Rousey demeanor.
Okay.
No, demeanor, like,
okay.
I'm all about the fight,
Yeah.
I don't do anything but fight. If I get
she's
distracted,
more like
Gina
Carano. She's very easygoing.
Indeed.
Yeah. Very easygoing, very nice, very personable. Be your best friend.
Yeah. Like, I'm shocked. That is not the way I thought that was going to go. Like, I thought... This is going to sound weird. I figured Pyrrha would have Weiss's personality from the beginning, and Weiss would have Pyrrha's personality.
Oh.
Like, that's the way that I thought it was going to work out, and no, they just made Weiss. Weiss. Like, that's there's no other way around that.
We also had little hints that Blake is stressing over things that are going on, with the White Fang and what's going on. And having this feeling that nobody's doing anything about it.
Right. They're sitting here playing a game and hanging out in the library, and it's just another day, and they just had a huge battle. But, I mean, not to make another Harry Potter reference, but that's basically Harry Potter. Something huge happens, and then you just go on about your day.
Yeah.
Like it never happened until it's convenient to bring it up again. The little coalition that they formed at the very end.
Oh, yeah.
They called out Yang blowing up the nightclub.
Yes.
They talked about Ruby destroying the dust shop.
Well, she was there.
She
it
was
wasn't
there.
her fault.
She threw the dude through the window.
Yes, that's the extent of it. But yeah.
And then what was the other one? You did this, this, and this is what she said.
I think they made reference to the fight at the
shipyards.
Docks. Yeah.
Okay.
The dockyards. Or
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's like, we could do this, this, and this, but yet we're not.
Yeah.
Trained well enough to. Yeah. I thought that was an interesting way to put that line. I don't know how I feel about the wording of it. Like, I feel like it was wordy, like mouthy.
I mean, that's RWBY.
You're not wrong.
So.
And who is the actress that plays her? Because she has got to have, like, a direct line IV to Monster to talk that fast.
I can probably tell you this. The voice actress for RWBY and the voice actor for Sun are married in real life.
Okay.
And yes, she does have that bit of a scatterbrain / cause chaos type of personality, so...
Well, I was just talking about as fast as she said, it was the da-da-da-da-da-da, say I! And I was like...
Oh, yeah.
That's just like straight lining, mainlining Monster right there. Just let's go. Like, you have to be a whole nother level of caffeinated to talk that fast. And I talk pretty fast. And I don't drink a lot of caffeine. I'd be scared to find out what I was like on caffeine.
Yeah. We also had a short little scene. The time frame wise, it appeared to be taking place right after the fight at the docks.
Yep.
With Ozpin and Blake, which obviously Ozpin knows Blake's a Faunus, and he, questions why she has the bow on. Just
like me. Why are you wearing the bow? People know. That was not rhymed intentionally, but I'll let it slide.
And she, gave a very good answer.
Yeah.
You personally may be ready to, accept, the Faunus 100%, but as a group, humans, not as a whole.
The way she phrased it, that was the impact that line needed.
Yeah.
Your species.
Yeah. Which,
your species isn't ready to accept me.
Yeah.
And I fully get that. Like, after you said that about in the previous episode, after you said that about Cardin and his bullying of Faunus, it made me understand why Blake hasn't come out and revealed herself yet. Now, after hearing her talk to Ozpin and hearing it in those terms from her, it makes total sense. Like, girl, rock that bow. Yeah. Like, I fully understand. Hopefully, it gets to a certain point in Vale where the White Fang are no longer seen as negative group, and Faunus are being welcomed with open arms and all that stuff again. I have a feeling that's going to be a really big emotional shift when she takes off the bow for full.
permanently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, also, alongside that, apparently, Ruby has blabbed a little bit.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
Team Juniper knows she's a wonderful, nice person.
Yeah.
Yes, that.
Fun-loving.
Fun-loving, yes. And that's...
Hello there. Hello again.
So...
When did Nora wake up?
She
had pages on top of her head. Like, he was just like, I'm reading.
Nora's in the way.
There's 4 pages on top of her head. And next thing, Neptune's like, I thought libraries are for reading. He's like, thank you! Right? And she's still sleeping through that.
Yeah.
And it's reading and reading and reading, like 6 pages. And then all of a sudden, Nora is awake.
Nora's got her own timetable.
Yeah. So I have a question. And you do not have to answer this because of potential spoilers.
Okay.
When do we get to see Penny again?
In the future.
Okay. Is it going to be... Okay. I'm going to specify this.
Oh, okay. All right.
Is it inside the first half of the season? Or volume? Because there's 12 episodes. Because I want to see more Penny. I'm intrigued by Penny now that I know she's a robot. Which I could tell she was a robot from the beginning, but now that it's confirmed, I'm intrigued.
Is it confirmed?
She had things coming out of her chest, man.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, her chest opened up and she grabbed something. Something along those lines. I don't remember. I was slept since then. But anyways, I saw her do something and I was like, okay, she's definitely a robot. Because I put it in my
It
book,
is going to
she's a
be
robot.
this volume. Yes, we're going to see her again. I don't know specifically which half you're talking about. I do know that she does make an appearance.
Okay. Is it going to be like the last volume where it's going to be something significant happens at the mid-season? Or do they not do it like that since there's only 12 episodes? And it's one continuous story. I'm not asking for spoilers. I'm just asking.
We're just, yeah. I mean...
I was just asking if episode 6 is going to be a big, like, impact episode. Because it's the mid-season. Or mid-volume. Gotta get out of that wording.
It's difficult to... Because everything, is in seasons. Unless you're in...
Doctor Who, and then it's series.
Yeah, I was going to say... UK, British, all of their shows are in series rather than seasons.
And then things on Netflix are chapters.
That's Netflix. They're not... Anyways, moving on.
Book 1, chapter... Oh, wait. I just had an Avatar moment. Anyways.
Yes. So...
Book 4, Fire.
Yeah. Book 3, Fire. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. That was about it. That was in that episode.
Yeah.
Wasn't too much else. Oh, actually, we did at the very beginning. We met somebody else new. General James Ironwood.
Okay. See, I heard General. I heard James, and I know they were talking about someone named Ironwood, but I didn't put the 3 together.
Yes. Yeah, that's who that was talking to Ozpin at the very beginning of the episode.
And I'm guessing they didn't get Michael Ironside to be his voice.
No.
That would have been amazing. I love Michael Ironside.
I think even if they did a live action version, I think he's too old to play the character anyways. But anyways, Ironwood, they did mention that he was a military leader and headmaster of his school in Atlas.
Yes.
Which is one of the other kingdoms. One of the other 4 kingdoms.
Okay, so there's Vale, Vacuole, Atlas.
Yes. Mistral. Yeah, he showed up with basically an army.
Yeah.
And Ozpin's like, why?
Yeah.
I mean, we're supposed to be at peace, big military shows like this cause people to be concerned.
Yeah. It's just like the Dementors showing up at Hogwarts in The Prisoner of Azkaban. How can the students learn if they're in fear for their own lives? Yeah.
I mean, it's really
it's a thing.
Dementors.
I was gonna say you're not until I see something that is clearly a very a veering away. I'm going to reference Harry Potter as much as possible while watching this because that's all the vibes I'm getting, including the Faunus thing.
Future spoilers. Anyways,
crossover? No, I'm just kidding.
Definitely not. So yeah, we had that, and there was that little thing at the very end of their conversation where, General Ironwood is like, "Do you think your kids are going to be able to win a war?" And then as soon as he leaves the room, Osmond is like, "I really hope they don't have to."
Yeah, and then he takes a sip of his hot cocoa.
Tea.
I thought you said it was hot cocoa.
I don't know. It was in a teapot, so tea.
I'm just saying. We were talking about, because I kept calling it coffee, and then we were talking about it, and you said someone actually looked it up, and it's been confirmed that he was drinking hot coffee.
Probably
hot chocolate.
At that time, yes, but this seems a little bit more of a formal thing, so I can see BT.
Fair enough. Okay.
And it could be that it still was. I don't know. I don't drink alcohol, but with
I don't either.
That flask that Aaron put in, bloop, 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 I don't know how
I saw that immediately, and I was like, you are an officer, sir. You should not be drinking in uniform.
He's a general. He can do whatever he wants.
Still an officer. That's what general is. General officer. G-O.
Yeah. Well, there's a hierarchy. Anyways, future things. I don't have anything else.
Nope.
All right. So, until next time, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, make sure so you don't miss an episode. Because we're going to go through the entire series for however long it takes. Do they finally end it? Whatever that is. Anyways, until next week, bye-bye and be blessed.